Hello guys, welcome to my world of programming. My name is Tumitladi, and today we're going to be talking about something exciting that I've wanted to be doing, and teaching you and giving you just a glimpse of it, right? Before we talk about AutoMapper in ASP.NET Core Web API, but also ASP.NET Core MVC, just want to tell you something about this YouTube channel of mine. It's a personal YouTube channel. Just go there. If you find it interesting, just watch the videos, right? But I also want you now to take note of all the videos that I make. Social media, especially TikTok, it's censoring me like crazy. They are taking down my videos. They're telling me I'm validating so many stupid things. It's fine. I just want to tell you that next to if you go to my profile, you see that a link to this channel, right? So we're going to talk about AutoMapper, right? It's only going to be bundled in this video, so pay attention. So what is AutoMapper? So firstly, let's do this. Let's see what AutoMapper is. What did I type now? Right, but you can do your own Google research of what AutoMapper is, but I would highly recommend that you go to automapper.org. And I would like to give a special shout out to this lecturer of mine, Mr. Maya Masaba. He's the one that when he saw my code on LinkedIn some years ago, he said I can simplify it using AutoMapper, and then I did research, and there we go. So it's a simple little library built to solve a deceptively complex problem, getting rid of code that mapped one object to another, right? So let me show you how that looks like. Firstly, let's see what a NuGet package you need. So let's see AutoMapper. So you need to install this specific one. So let me go, say right click and then manage NuGet packages. You want to search AutoMapper.extensions .dependency injection. So I'm using version 11.00. So that's the one, right? After installing that, you need to register it. Remember, I've moved everything from this guy, which is program class. I moved everything to installers, where I have a specific class called AutoMapper installer. So with one line, I say services.add AutoMapper. So I'm going to say, listen, application domain, get the current domain, get all the assemblies, and it will resolve them automatically. Right. So you've seen that. So I have a folder specifically called AutoMapper. Even for MVC, I have a folder called AutoMapper, but I'm going to focus on the web API. So I have a V1, V2, and we're going to focus on feedbacks. So let me show you this web application. So this is MVC, but I just want to show you what we're going to be working with, which is feedbacks, right? Now, from this guy, I cannot add the feedbacks, but I can read the feedbacks. However, on the web API, I can add the feedbacks. So let me try to close other guys before they interrupt me. So you see I have two actions I can get and I can post, right? So how does it work? When the mobile application, any user on my app, whether it's Android app or iOS app, you can leave a feedback. There's a feedback page, right? You can leave your concerns, you can leave your recommendations, you can leave your suggestions, you can leave a general feedback, right? It's gonna come as a request, right? Of which that request is gonna end up to the web API. Now the web API will resolve it, right? So this will be the request, how it comes through from the mobile application, right? So then let me show you the code. So let's go to V1. First, let's start with the contract. V1 request general. So this is what's gonna come, right? I have 5 properties: title, message, rating, create on, and the user, right? That's exactly what you see here. 5 properties, right? Or 5 values I expected. So you see I'm expecting 5 things. They're gonna end up in a table called feedbacks. So let's quickly go to a table. Down, tables, general, feedbacks. Now I'm gonna do side by side, and I want you to pay attention to this, right? So the request has 5 properties from the mobile application all the way to web API, but the database has additional other properties such as show public, what else, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and the feedback ID. So 2 things I'm not exposing to say they should be part of the request. I'm only saying I want 5 things from the user, and I'm gonna map it to this guy. How do we do that? So I hope you understand. This is the actual table in database. This is a request coming from the mobile application. So let me close this. Now you've seen that. Good. So let's go to AutoMapper. So AutoMapper for V1 general, then feedbacks. So this is just a normal class. Public class feedbacks underscore V1, and then I set the profile. There's a reason why, because remember, I can interact with this guy anywhere throughout the application. It needs to inherit it from profile. You see, as this comes from AutoMapper class, provides a named configuration for maps, right? Good. So I'm creating 2 maps. I'm saying you're gonna create the first map, right? So there's a source and there's a destination, right? So create a mapping configuration from the source, right? Which is this guy from database all the way to response. I will take a look at that in a second. But the second one is what I'm interested in for now. Officially, the source that's coming is going to come from post 1 feedback request version 1. So that's what's coming from the mobile application. It's going to be mapped to a class representing a table in a database. This guy, right? So how do you utilize that now? Let's go to services, V1, general, feedbacks, implementation. So then what you do, you need to say public read only IMapper and then mapper with underscore, right? So we're using dependency injection, right? Okay, so this will resolve everything. Now, when we are posting, this is the only line that I need. Previously, this is how it was supposed to be. var feedback, let's say original. And then it's gonna be, okay, feedbacks. Okay, it's fine. Let's do this, tables, general, and then we have a feedbacks. I just want to show you how it was before. So I'm expecting title, right? So title is going to come from post, right? And then there's a description, the message, right? So this is the problem that I was trying to solve. According to web API, we have a rating. So let's map a rating. And then we have created on. And then finally we have the user. So if I do dot, do you see it still leaves us with 2 things, a feedback, ID, and show public. So this is previously a way of doing it. So let me just do that, and then this will expect what feedback original, and this will work perfectly. So this is boiler code. Everywhere I was supposed to have made use of this. So what this one line of code does, this is what Mr. Meyer picked up. He said you can just do this var feedback and say underscore mapper.map, right? So this is what, this is the destination from the source. If you look at this guy, it says execute a mapping from the source, right? Object to a new destination. So object source. So this is the source, what's coming in all the way to this guy, and therefore it works, right? So let's quickly execute. Listen, I decided to do part 2. There isn't enough time, so let's meet in part 2. I can teach you all of this is simply for 25 Rand per session, an hour, from Monday to Friday, from 8 p.m. until 9 p.m. I can teach you all of this. I can teach you what database it's all about, how it works with web API, with MVC, with the mobile application. I'm gonna leave my numbers, and then I want you to hit me up.